Praise be to Jesus. Well, hello again, everyone. I think it's Wednesday, isn't it? I lose track here. Oh yeah, it is Wednesday. Wednesday evening here. Well, Michael Voris, as I said in the last video, is really adamant about getting to the bottom of this and really making things happen. Which of course is a good thing. As long as he, you know, continues to be a professional and act that way. Anyway, today he interviewed two victims of clerical sexual abuse, and I'm not really going to read that part to you. Um, you can use the link in the description box if you're interested in reading. But at the end of the interview, he said this: the evil that has infected various leaders in the church needs to be expunged. Pope Francis isn't doing it. The cardinals aren't doing it. The Curia isn't doing it. The U.S. Conference of Bishops isn't doing it. Cardinal Wuerl is still walking around as a cardinal. The priest who, 25 years ago, forced Anthony into oral sex is still walking around as a priest. Anthony is one of the now young adults who was a victim. This is why the laity has to act. There are too few reform minded clergy to end this evil. They will not deal in reality. They will not deal with the truth. They are protecting themselves. Too many of them are hirelings. To date, not one bishop has stepped forward and accepted a shred of responsibility for any of this wickedness. Not one. Not one has admitted he knew anything about McCarrick raping seminarians in his beach house. In fact, many have lied, claiming they knew nothing. Pray that thousands and thousands of Catholics descend on Baltimore for the bishop's annual meeting in November. And then there's a link there. Excuse me. A link to go. It says thebishopsnew.com. The bishops cannot be trusted to solve this because they were already supposed to have solved this, and they exempted themselves, as he's talking about 2002, the Dallas Charter, I think, so they could keep their homosexual collective in place and continue to prey on innocent victims. Church Militant is not going to give up on this until real consequences of this earth are visited upon these wicked men. Well, right on there, Michael Voris, as far as I'm concerned. I sure wish you get a lot more help. Um, this really just happened a few days ago. People really need time to, dig. The last video I put up was by LifeSite News, and they dug and they found something substantial, that's factually based. Unless, of course, they're lying, and they're a very reputable site, so I wouldn't think that. Um, but we need to give people time, the qualified people to dig all this up because there are there's defensive walls built around all this, and they're thick, they're tall, and there's more than one of them. You know, you get to one person, and they make get fearful. You try to get to someone else, and it's a very very difficult. And the walls haven't been breached yet. Um, you know, uh, they'll we'll know when they're making progress when at least one bishop or cardinal steps forward and admits, um, maybe not personally to wrongdoing, but say that I knew, and you guys are really right about this, or at least most of what you think is correct. Um, and then the dominoes will start tumbling. But trying to breach these very thick, tall walls that the bishops have built around them to protect themselves, um, is going to be very difficult. But if that's what Jesus wants done, then he knows how to do this, and he's going to make it happen. And then don't remember that the federal government, both with the RICO laws and now with immigration, because yesterday they found out they were funneling people, seminarians from South America up into, I mean, homosexual seminarians, up along the East Coast into the diocese to meet the needs of the homosexual priests that were there. So, the government can really, I'm sure they're looking into it, but it's not something they can do overnight. So we just need to be patient. And, these will be, the days ahead will not only be busy for me, but, there'll be a lot to absorb. This is going to be, the next, who knows, how many months all this is going to take. Okay, well, I've talked enough again. I'm up at almost 7 minutes. Okay, well, I think that's it for tonight. So tomorrow we'll post, first thing up will be the news briefs. I already have like 8 stories to tell you about tomorrow morning. So we'll talk to you later then. So enjoy your evening or day, depending on where you are. Bye.